Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, just about 8 o'clock in Honolulu, 2 o'clock in New York on Wednesday, the 15th day of October 2014, and this is the daily report for gold and silver. We are coming to you a little bit early this morning. We've had some spectacular movements in the market with the Dow Jones Industrial Average trading off over 300 points today. Virtual meltdown, as you can see on the screen. Current print is 1824.75. We've got gold trading up about $10 on the day. Current print on the screen, 1241.72 in cash, 1242.30 in the COMEX gold. Puts it up about $9.80. It has had a low today of 1221.20, a high of 1249.50, and as I said, currently trading up about $10 at 1242. Silver is also trading higher this morning. We've got platinum and palladium trading off. We've actually got palladium trading off about $28 on the day. Platinum off about $8 on the day. Silver up about 6 cents. You can see on this daily candle the tremendous range that it has had, with a low of 16.98 and a high of 17.77. Currently trading mid-range at 17.43. More on silver in a little bit. So before we get to gold, our current strategy and our current trade, a quick look at the dollar index. As you can see, this market continues to trade under pressure. Of course, we had somewhat of a recovery yesterday. That's this candle here. Let's go ahead and kind of separate them a little bit so we can see it a little bit easier. But you can see we had an up day the other day, and today, tremendous range as it hits a low of 84.50, currently at 85.24. As to gold, let's start by looking at a 720-minute chart. We did move our stop up the other day. We moved it up to 1218. We can see the range today in the market and over the last couple of days has hit a low of about 21. I felt I was cutting a little bit close, but I wanted to lock in some profits in case it kind of backed off, and we had that opportunity as we saw over the last couple of trading days, this market come down after testing and running into some resistance roughly at about the 34 level, 1234. I've got another chart that kind of makes sense of that particular number. We talked about yesterday, we really didn't see any real resistance coming into the market till about 1251.59. We did have a high today, intraday high so far of 49. So we have come close to that particular price point. We did stave off getting stopped out, which I feel is very fortunate. Of course, we're in right here at 1208 in terms of our entry price on this last long position. So with all of that in mind, what are we looking at in terms of our current strategy and goals? Well, if you recall a little bit from yesterday's show, let's go ahead and kind of enlarge this a little bit. This is a weekly chart. It's of COMEX gold. And what I talked about was that what is true as rain, as right as rain, I should say, is the fact that we genuinely have this triple bottom. And from this triple bottom, we've genuinely at this point gone into somewhat of a rally. That's quite evident because it's really moved $60 off of that low since it hit 1180, now trading at around 1241. One of the things that I talked about yesterday is we're looking at one point which is 51, intraday high 49, so we can see that there could easily be some resistance there. And then the point above that has really got to be the intersection in which, if the market continues to move higher, we will see it run into this former support line, which I believe will now become a resistance line as long as we are in this bearish trend. Now, here's the key and here's the caveat on this one, and that is that if we start to really, if we start to really break into this particular territory, that of course is signaling the potential that we're going to enter somewhat of a bullish rally. Now, we also talked about breaking above this particular bottom right here, this low, and I'm going to try to get it in as straight as possible so that we can see that we're pretty much right at that point. I believe it is 1241 is that price point. So we have a logical point in terms of finding resistance in this area also because it matches up to this particular low. Now, in terms of our stop is sitting at 1218 with an intraday low today of 21, meaning $3 from that point. I'm not real comfortable raising it yet. Traders, however your risk tolerance is, should determine how you react to this trade. You've got really good profits in there. You can consider pulling those profits if you want. You can consider continuing to raise the stop as we have been if you want. But I want you to be able to maximize the profits, work within your own risk parameters, and to be able to pull out a decent profit on this trade. So traders, on this early edition for the final gold chart of today's show, we're looking at a 360-minute spot market gold intraday chart. We can easily see the resistance that it's hit. It's hit it on two different candles, meaning it's hit it over two distinct periods in time. They are related, obviously, but we absolutely see some real resistance right up here at around 1250, 1251, the intraday high being 49 up to this particular point. It wouldn't surprise me to see a little bit of settling within the market. The S&P, it's gone down so dramatically. At some point, I believe there should be some bargain hunters coming into the market. But at the same time, there's no doubt this is a substantial correction in the Dow Jones Industrial, the U.S. equities as a whole. And then lastly, let's take a look at silver. We have been sidelined. As you know, we have no active positions in silver. Palladium down dramatically today. Platinum down. Silver really all over the board. I am glad that we're not in silver because when you take a look at this kind of a trading range today in which you've got lows below 17, highs near 18, 1777, currently right in the mid-range, I don't know of any kind of trading strategy that could maintain a tight, effective stop that would not get hit on a day like today. You've just got that thin volume, that volatility, intrinsic volatility in this market that has really caused me to recommend that we stay on the sidelines with silver and in terms of investment capital, move that into gold. I still feel as though that was the right move and will continue to do just that. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.